Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording live from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Monday, January 31st, 2022. And before we get going on this, let me put in my music. Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording live from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Monday, January 31st, 2022. Well, yesterday was an excellent day for the playoff games. Both games were good, and as you know, I don't really watch the full games, but I do watch the highlights and the 15-minute highlights that I saw in each game were just they were excellent. I'm kind of sad that I missed the whole games because those games would have been worth watching from start to finish. But I have other things to do, and I just don't have the time to watch full games anymore. But before we get to Matthew Stafford and the Rams, let's talk a little bit about the Bengals and the Chiefs. I thought for sure that the Chiefs would not only beat the Bengals, but I thought it was going to kind of be a blowout. But well, the Bengals are quite a surprise. But what I want to mention is Patrick Mahomes. When they went for a touchdown instead of kicking there are times when you have to kick a 3-point field goal, the 3 points, and then at least get the points on the board. Well, I don't think this was a decision by Mahomes. I think he pleaded his case to the coach, and the coach gave him the green light, and it failed miserably. That gave Cincinnati some life, and they bounced back from being behind and eventually won in overtime. What the point I'm making about all this is that I just believe that this happens to a lot of young quarterbacks. They just think they're invincible, and they're going to win no matter what. And that costly mistake actually cost them the game. And I think this is more of a coaching. The headlines are saying that Patrick Mahomes made a mistake. Well, he pled his case, but the ultimate decision was from the head coach. So this falls on the head coach. I know the quarterback wants to get in there and get the win and be the guy. And this is what you get when you're playing over your head, or not playing over your head, but when you're playing with arrogance and just thinking that nobody can stop you no matter what. Well, it backfired, but I put all this on the coach. But as far as Patrick Mahomes goes, he's going to learn from this. This will be a good learning experience, and I'm sure he will be a better. Not that he is a bad quarterback; he'll only get better, and as he gets better, as far as I'm concerned, on paper, the Kansas City Chiefs have the best team in football. It was their game to lose, and they lost it. So now, but don't count out don't count out. It's not like the Bengals are a bad team because they have Burrows. They got their defense, and one thing they will get facing now. Let's switch and go into Matthew Stafford. What I think about that, they're facing a different quarterback. Matthew Stafford is obviously a veteran. He's been through the school of hard knocks with the Detroit Lions for so many years. Excuse me, let me get my drink of coffee here before it gets cold. Anyway, Matthew Stafford is he knows what it feels like to lose. He's done that for many years. Not necessarily his fault. Sometimes it's his fault. But one thing about Matthew Stafford, he takes every play, every snap, every game, everything from top to bottom seriously. He knows he's up against an opponent that could easily beat him. He's not gonna, if they have to settle for the 3 and then just win with a little extra effort, well, that's the route they're gonna go. I really, for Matthew Stafford's sake, I hope they win. This is going to be a very good Super Bowl. It's going to be a good one to watch. One team is going to get up, probably get up by a reasonable amount of points, and the other team's going to come back, and it's going to be a dogfight, and it's basically going to come down to whoever has the ball last wins the game. I have that much confidence in Burrow as much as I have confidence in Stafford. And I think what's happening with the Rams, they know Stafford's history. They know, and so here's how it worked for Stafford. First of all, and they're doing it in chunks, and I'm sure this is what the coach is saying. We just do it one at a time, one at a time. He finally won his first playoff game as a Ram. And remember, this is his first year with the Rams. The Lions need to take note and see how things right. This just proves that the problems with the Lions was not Stafford's fault. But that's for a completely other video, and I've made many, many videos on that when I was supporting the Lions. But anyway, what the coach did is apparently Stafford and this coach click on the Rams. They did it one. He got the first playoff win. Okay, we get this done and over. We got a new job to do. They get the next win. Granted, the wins aren't very pretty, but he got the main thing is getting the W. And all this is doing is building up Stafford's confidence. But what he's not going to do going into this game, he knows he's got a formidable opponent. He's not gonna, and he is a leader, and I'm sure he's going to be telling, his offensive line and his defense, everybody that, this is not going to be an easy game. The Bengals earned their way into the Super Bowl, and it's not going to be a pushover. It's not going to be a blowout by any stretch of the means. No team is going to, unless it's a complete fluke, you never know, an injury. All it takes is one injury on either side, and that changes everything. So I'm not making any predictions, but I'm still got all my heart going towards Matthew Stafford, that he plays a, they can't have, with the game against the Buccaneers, when they had all those turnovers, and they still managed to win. But and it's very easy. Cincinnati has a good defense, so they need to play error-free football, same as the Bengals. They need to play error-free football. Because the Rams will take advantage of it. So we have two top teams going at it. This is a well-deserved Super Bowl, and it's going to be interesting to see. And I just what I hope for more than anything in the world for Matthew Stafford is not only to get the win, but to get the MVP too. If he does it in traditional Matthew Stafford style, where they fall behind, then they come out of nowhere and come back and win in dramatic fashion, yes, then Matthew Stafford will get the MVP. I think it's gonna work that way for either side. It's gonna be a very good game, and unless something terribly wrong happens to one side, and I don't want to see anyone hurt on either team. I hope this is a knockdown drag out with nobody getting hurt, and in the last second the better team wins, and you can't ask for anything more. So hats off to both teams. Congratulations to Cincinnati for managing to come back and beat Kansas City, because they're a tough team. They're the best team, but obviously not. They just didn't play their best game yesterday. So we'll see who comes out in a week or two. Well, that's it. We will talk to you next time, and let me put on some music here. Okay, well, we'll be talking to you next time, probably after the Super Bowl, and we'll discuss that. And however it turns out, well, we'll talk about it. Talk to you later.